When we first moved into this house, this room collected all of the things that needed to go to the attic, but we didn't want to bring them upstairs. Since then, I've turned this room into a space where I could comfortably use my scroll saw and my laser. After every project, this room quickly becomes super cluttered, and I find that I don't really have a good space for all of my things. It's time to finally create a home for all of the supplies that I've accumulated over the years and keep these floors cleared. Hello everyone! Today I am working in the scroll room. I've decided that I wanted to give this space just a little bit of a refresh. Every time I work in here, it becomes a mess, which is a little expected because, I'm obviously working with like sawdust, and any place that I just want to drop some scrap wood, I just kind of push it off to the side. But today I want to make over this space and have it feel a little better, a little more professional. Get rid of these spots that are on the wall. Paint this wall a different color. I'm definitely not feeling the blue. One thing that I will add is that I am not finishing the drywall in this room right now. I'm not adding trim to this room right now. I'm just making this space a little better, a little prettier, and give myself some additional storage. I also need to figure out a place for all of my clamps to go. I don't really have a good clamp storage solution, so I'm going to figure that out. I really need to figure out a new layout for my art. I have the pieces that you've seen on the wall before, but I also have a ton of prints that I need to figure out how to hang those up, and I want to make sure that I have a place for my art once it's finished, because currently it's kind of just all around the house. But I also want to make this like the pretty wall, so I don't know if I want to put the prints that I have on this wall. I don't know if I want to make this like my art space or if I just want to make it stickers. But what I think I want to do is maybe like the stickers either on this side or at the top of the wall, and then maybe my art pieces in the center part here. So as I finish a piece before it sells, I'll just hang it here and have it here until it sells, and then obviously it will be shipped out. That's the current plan. It may change as I go along, but for now that is it. So let's get started. The previous owner replaced and patched several of the walls in this house. This room was almost completely gutted and redone by him at one point in time. That is why there's still a bunch of seams everywhere and these patches on the wall. All of that was done by him. I had the opportunity to meet him one time, and when I spoke with him about, just various areas of the house, he said to me, and I quote, "I was going to finish that room, but I didn't want to," which, fair, I get it. So I'll eventually get to all of this room, but for now I sanded down his patches here and then I Swiffered the wall before painting. Alright, let's get rid of this blue! Already so much better. The paint color that I'm using here is Sherwin-Williams Tricorn Black in a satin finish. I prefer a satin finish for pretty much every paint. And I really like Tricorn Black. It's just my preferred black paint for the time being.
Forever I'll live, forever I'll try. Forever I'll run, forever I'll die. Forever this heart, forever my soul. Forever I'll be, forever alone. now it's like we never met. Forever leaves fast in the middle of the night. Forever breaks my heart and never says goodbye. Days and nights, skin and bone.
I was thinking about going in and filling in sections that were missing pieces of the layers of paint. However, after covering it, I think they're fine. Like, no, they're not perfect, but honestly, for this particular room, I think it's okay. I mean, the walls aren't even going to be finished, so I think it'll be totally fine to just go in and not cover all of the, like, skip spots and whatnot in the wall and in the wood, etc. But I am really loving getting rid of this blue. Like, I like the black already. It looks so much better, and I've just started. Now that I've turned the corner, I kind of want to paint like these walls black too, so everything in this background would just be black. Would that be insane? I don't know. I don't really have like a wall color picked out beyond just the black, so I can stick with this blue because it's not like offensive or anything. It's like a very light blue, but I don't know. I kind of want to paint it black. If I'm painting everything else in this area black, I might as well paint the wall black too, right? We'll see where this takes us. I'll go ahead and just paint the trim first, and then if I decide that I want the walls black too, I will paint them black. But I'm kind of leaning towards a black wall right now. Let me know in the comments what you would do.
Here the moonlight, raindrops on the red dust. It's never smelled so good. Lay by my side, keep your eyes wide, watch all those shooting stars fly. Oh, it's after midnight, hold my head tight. We're so alive, just like fireflies in the shelter. All we need is love, all we need is love.
Over the last few months, I have been experiencing some issues with my camera not focusing, so I decided to factory reset. I thought I had my mic settings back to where they needed to be, but I realized while I was editing that a lot of my footage had no sound, so I had to go back and re-record some of this with my new mic settings, and they were still janky, unfortunately, so if it sounds like I'm underwater for a little bit of this, I apologize. But I have officially fixed all of my settings, so future videos should be much better in the audio video quality. Thank you for sticking around with me through all of these technical difficulties, but if I look or sound a little bit different in any of these clips, that is why. Thank you! Now that all the trim and the door and everything is painted black, I have decided that I'm just going to leave the light blue. Again, it's not terribly offensive. I did get a sample of a white paint to go in and paint these two areas. However, I'm not going to do that for two reasons. First of all, this section up here. This is actually some work that I was really nervous that they wouldn't let us close on the house if that gap was not filled in some kind of way. So that little section is just like a crack filler that needs to be just completely taken out and redone and whatnot. So eventually I'll get to that. The second is if I do paint these two spots, I'm going to want to paint the whole room and it's absolutely not ready for paint. So I'm going to leave it as is, despite me really wanting to go ahead and just paint it white. But I absolutely love the black door, the black trim, the feature black wall. I'm so excited about all of that. It turned out really nice. And I think that once I do have art to put up, it'll be really cool to just have all of my art on a black background. The one thing that I really hate about this house is the extreme lack of storage space. This closet has two shelves, one at the bottom, one at the top, and then there's a clothing rod, which is fine for a bedroom, but I definitely needed more storage in this room. I did a lot of research on various containers and storage options, but I did decide on this drawer system from Michaels. It had quite a few drawers in it, and I liked the options of both small and larger drawers. When organizing these drawers was to try to do a craft section, so like a craft half and then a home half. And I realized very quickly that I have a lot more in the home category than I do in the craft category, which totally makes sense for me. So it's kind of a bit of an organized chaos. I also realized very quickly that I had like 10 pairs of gloves, which I'm very happy that I have, but I did not know that I had that many, and I tried to initially fit them in this little drawer right here, which obviously did not work. So they're chilling in this bottom drawer. I also got super overwhelmed. I want to say I spent like 3 hours organizing these initially and just going through and picking stuff up out of the room to put in these drawers. And that was very overwhelming for me. So I have a little bit of the beginning stages of organizing, and now I'm going to show you that, you know, instant editing magic of what all the drawers look like. I was so excited that the container that was in here fit on top of this cabinet and it didn't squish anything down or compress the drawers in any way. And I moved most of my wood scraps that just accumulated upstairs into this bin rather than having them in the room. I kept the shelf that was at the bottom of the closet and created some side supports out of scrap plywood to really optimize the storage in this closet. I purchased some super cheap curtain rods off of Amazon. I think these were like $14 for a pack of 2 curtain rods, which was great for this purpose. I was finally ready to hang these curtains rather than just having them tacked to the walls. It was so nice to be able to hang these up finally. I did initially have 2 different curtains in this room, but after I saw how this one looked on the wall, I decided to change out the other one so that it matched. I really love the layout of these pieces. However, I do have 2 additional art pieces from friends. So I've got this and I have this piece, which will eventually go in the primary bedroom, but for now it needs a home. But both of them need a new home because they've been on the floor. So I think I'm just going to add them above these for now, and that will be their new home. The prints that I have need a home, and I think that they're going to be on this wall. As you can see, my framing method hasn't really worked out the way that I'd like it to. The pictures are just very crooked. So I'm gonna try to figure out like a thumbtack solution without tacking into the actual print itself, but I have a lot of prints, so we'll see if that works correctly here. Oh, that's going to work very well. That is going to work very well. Ideally, I'll make a frame for these one day, but for now, this is perfectly fine. I'm happy to have them up and in an area that they're not going to be wrinkled, because that was my biggest concern, was that all of these pieces of paper would get wrinkled. So at least now I don't have to worry about that. I really put a lot of thought into where I was going to put all of the clamps that I have. I have tiny clamps, really long clamps, I've got all kinds. But the other day I saw that Wall Control actually makes things that can hang up your clamps. So instead of trying to figure out some sort of wooden mechanism to hang my clamps by, I'm going to purchase that whenever I get around to it. Figuring out a permanent home for all of the plants was definitely a nice to have, but a not necessarily needed. So that's going to come a little later. But for now, I'm going to have them against this wall right under my wall control. That way they'll be out of the way and I can grab them easily if I need to. Oh man, that's so funny. The only piece that I have for sale right now is my spaghetti ghost. I think that I'm gonna put it right here so that way I'm not taking up a ton of space. I'm not putting a bunch of holes in the wall. And then eventually I'd like to make the top of this wall, I've decided, my maker sticker swap. This is all of the stickers that I've collected from makers over the last 3 years. I have some acrylic that I'd like to place the stickers on and figure out how to put that up there. But I haven't quite nailed down the idea of how to make the acrylic look nice to hang it up. I have been playing around with some ideas, but I haven't really nailed down anything yet.
Forever I'll live, forever I'll try. Forever I'll run, forever I'll die. Forever this heart, forever my soul. Forever I'll be, forever unknown. Days and nights, skin and bone. Forever this town, forever my car.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited that there's actually walking space in this room now. There's a place for any of my finished art. All of the art that I've collected is hung up. I'm just really, really happy that I was able to get this space functional again. It feels fresh. It feels refreshed. Please don't forget to subscribe. Up next, I'm going to be working on the nursery for the next probably month or so. So there's going to be a lot of videos around nursery, the idea that I have for the nursery. I'm building a closet, which I've never done before. So there's a lot coming up on my channel in the next few weeks and you don't want to miss that. So subscribe, turn on the notifications, give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. All of that really helps me. And I'll see you next time.